Productions. I think that intro got it. Hello everyone, welcome to Interactive Productions. And today, you already know what we're doing. We are reviewing the Camp Adventure set. Yes, I finally went to Target, after frickin' it's been a long time since I've been at Target. I think that the last time I was there, I saw the battle at Big Rock, Allosaurus, and the Zeudoceratops. And I think that was the same day. Actually, I'm not entirely sure the last time I went back to Target. Yeah, I feel like it was last year, though. But yeah. So yeah, I finally went there. They had the amazing Camp Cretaceous setup. I really can't wait for Walmart to finally get some Jurassic figures back in. I actually did go to my closest Walmart, because we're near two Walmarts. One of them is a lot bigger. They get a lot better stuff because it's a more populated area. And that's right next to the Target. Like it's literally like just across the street from the Target, which is really cool. But yeah, they had tons of Camp Adventure sets. They had Epic Roaring T-Rexes. They had Isla Nublar Escape sets. I didn't get one because I didn't have the money yesterday. I got these yesterday. Right? No, I definitely got these yesterday. This stuff is weird, man. But yeah, I didn't get it because I didn't have enough money to get both Camp Adventure set and that. So yeah, but I am getting paid tomorrow because I did some stuff. So I'll just get it off of Target.com. It's fine. But yeah, I really like this set. Okay, so first off, let's go over the box real quick. Here, got a Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous logo. Here, I love this logo. I know that a lot of people, for some reason, don't like it, which just okay. I freaking love that it's like this wood carving. You know, it's very, very camp-like. But yeah, then down here you have a little diagram showing how the Stegosaurus has a tail action. Lovely backdrop, and you also get a little diagram showing that the Baryonyx has a chomping action. Then you have a Netflix little promo bit up there, telling you that tune in to Netflix next month to see Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Camp Adventure sets down there, yeah. Some warnings. Again, that beautiful backdrop. I love the Camp Cretaceous packaging. It is so much better than the Primotech packaging, in my opinion. I really like the sunset with the gates. That's very Jurassic Park, but everything else just. And then down here you have Toro, the Carnotaurus. You have Darius right here, who is featured in the set. Really hope that we get other human characters. I believe that this character is named Caitlin, I think. She's like some heckin' YouTube star. Like, bro, relatable? And then I think that this character down here's name is Kenji, I believe. And then on the side, again, get that beautiful Camp Cretaceous logo, and then some of the other characters down here, and Bumpy as well. Then on the other side, you have Fallen Kingdom promo images of the Baryonyx and the Stegosaurus, as well as, again, King Cretaceous logo. Then on the top, Cretaceous logo, Camp Adventure sets. Then on the back, you get the Baryonyx here, whose name is Limbo. We know that from the mini action dino. My hair is all over the place, but yeah, showing that you can do a chomping action, Cretaceous logo, Camp Adventure set, yeah, chomping action. Then you have Darius right here, as well as Bumpy, and then the Stegosaurus, which is presumed to be a male Stegosaurus. We actually saw these Stegos in particular in the trailer as well, which is really cool to see. Yeah, it says it's got tail strike, and then warnings and stuff like that. Facts up. Little thing right there. On the bottom, you get a lot of legal stuff. How to put on the Baryonyx's tail. Again, legal stuff, universal, emblem, and then the barcode, which I'll give you. I mean, if you can't, for some reason, find it in Target, I think that if my Target has these, then everybody would have them. But, yeah. Trying to get that as still as I can for you. Okay. Yeah, but I really love the Camp Cretaceous packaging. It's really nice. Very Jurassic Park in aesthetic. And then of course you would take this plastic tray out, which would encase all of the figures to take out and play with. But then you get this beautiful, again, backdrop. And this could work as, like a little display area, which is really nice. And we also did see that this is accurate to the show. Obviously, it doesn't have this golden tint to it, but yeah. So that is the packaging for you. Okay, so let's get into the Baryonyx first. Okay, so this Baryonyx specifically is named Limbo. Now, I have a theory on these three Baryonyx, because there's going to be three Baryonyx. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be in Season 1. Well, I would assume they are going to be in Season 1. At least Limbo is going to be in Season 1. But yeah, it could be a Season 2 thing, because I know that they already, have Season 2 planned, right? It was supposed to release, probably November, December, probably around the Dominion trailer time. But I think it got pushed back to, early next year, so that kind of sucks, but yeah. I have a theory on these three Baryonyx. So, Grimm, which we are getting a action figure of him as well. He is going to be a Soundstrike figure, which is going to be really cool. So, it won't be just the same Baryonyx mold, but minus, electronics. Which, this is what that is. This is the same exact figure as the Baryonyx Breakout Baryonyx, the red one, and then the Lava Surge Baryonyx. It's the exact same. No sound box, just chomping action, and there you go. You just press the button right there and get chomping action. So yeah, I have a theory on these three Baryonyx. So, yeah, Grimm, who, again, is getting an action figure next year. So he is also kind of this green-brown, I guess, kind of coloration. I mean, he's got, more of a beige on the bottom, and then he's got brown on, green on top. And then he's got the red spots around the eye. And then we aren't getting a Chaos figure, it seems. We've seen a minifigure of Chaos, and that it looks like it's just a Fallen Kingdom Baryonyx. It looks Chaos is just a straight up Fallen Kingdom berry, like with the, the sort of beige, I guess, with the blue on top. So my theory is that the Fallen Kingdom Baryonyx, the blue one, my theory is that those are female Baryonyx. And then these green ones are males. So maybe we could get this thing where it's like, these Limbo here and Grim are two males that are fighting over, the female, which is Chaos. That can also be a really good reason why her name is Chaos, because, she's inadvertently causing chaos because these two are fighting all the time. I don't know. That seems a little bit out there, but I think that would be really cool if they actually did end up doing that. But yeah, very, very paint scheme. You got a little bit of white right there on the neck. You got a brown, well, like on the top of the head, and then on the legs and on the back of the on the hip area. But then there's like this dark brown. It's not a black. It's really just like a dark brown. But like right here in this middle section is completely random. But yeah, the rest of the figure is molded in green, and then the teeth and stuff are painted. But yeah, nothing too special. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, it's a very basic Baryonyx. Nothing to really write home about. I mean, it's a nice accessory. It's a nice figure to include, but honestly, I don't, I mean, not to say that it's not needed. I mean, I'm assuming that this is recreating a fight scene that we're gonna get, but yeah. Really excited to see this in the show, if that is the case, which, again, I'm assuming that it is. So, yeah, really excited to see the fight scene in the show, but, toys aren't really anything to go off of. So there is Limbo, right there. Okay, sorry again. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's get into, Bumpy here. Might as well. So this isn't, as you can tell, the Attack Pack Bumpy. It's much bigger. Or it's much smaller, even. This is actually, the Mini Action Dino Bumpy. So that's kind of odd. Yeah. But, it does have articulation right there. Sorry, I didn't show Baryonyx articulation. I think that you at least have, I think that everyone at least has one Baryonyx at this point. But yeah, so it's got 1 point of articulation, which is in the tail, and you can also rotate it as well. But yeah, the paint isn't terrible. It's okay. Doesn't look as good as the Attack Pack, of course, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not entirely sure if this is more to scale. Well, so the Attack Pack Bumpy seems like it's way too big, right? Like it's about Bumpy is about, that figure is about the size of Darius right here. But this seems a little bit too small for what we saw in the trailer. So, yeah. Seems like it should be, like, in the middle somewhere. Because, he did seem kind of big in the trailer, but, we didn't really get a good look at him. So, you never know. But, yeah, it's just little Mini Action Dino Bumpy. Again, nothing too critical. Let's go ahead and get into Darius. So this is our first new human figure, only new human figure even, besides Nedry this year, and of course we all know what's going on with Nedry. But yeah, I really like this figure. It does have more of that animated style, but I'm honestly fine with it. You know, it fits the show. But I really want to see more characters, at least like the main ones. You know, you don't have to do like any of the side characters. Just at least like, you know, the three on the front of the box. That would be nice. Actually, there was a Ceratosaurus Camp Cretaceous set that was revealed. That's Walmart exclusive. But yeah, it comes with like a non-electronic Ceratosaur figure, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it didn't come with a new figure. It just came with the Ceratosaurus, and then Blue, but in the Charlie attack pack pose, and then it came with the repainted Charlie figure. Again, attack pack. But it looks more like the Savage Strike Charlie. But yeah, so I really hope that this isn't a one-off. Obviously, you know, Darius is the main character, so of course they gotta make a figure of him. But yeah, he does have a little tooth right there. Not entirely sure. I'm assuming that it's a dinosaur tooth, right? But yeah, you can see he's got a white shirt with his yellow jacket. He's got black stripes running down the side of it. Yeah, he looks really nice, honestly. The face paint looks pretty good. Yeah, his shoes right there. I believe I remember seeing someone, or someone said that the legs were reused from Maisie. I don't know, because I don't own that figure, sadly. I was never able to find it, which really sucked. But yeah, and it's got the same articulation points, you know, waist, shoulders, elbows, head, legs, knees. You know, same basic stuff. He is quite a bit smaller, though, than some of the other humans. So you know that's a good thing. You know, it's probably more accurate, but yeah. I really do like this figure. It's really cool. I want to see more of these characters. That's all. But yeah. So last but not least, we have the Stegosaurus. Again, presumably, or assumedly, a male Stegosaurus. I mean, you would think that, you know, the females would be this, and then the males would be the green, because, you know, they're more, I guess, they're more vibrant, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, again, we did see these Stegosaurus in the trailer for Camp Cretaceous, and they looked really good. And yeah, dude, this is my first Stegosaur figure. I didn't get the original Fallen Kingdom Stegosaur. Still really wish I had gotten it, but honestly, like, this is probably better than that. And of course I didn't get that Dino Rivals one, or the reissue. So yeah. Yeah, because that Dino Rivals one just looked horrible. The very first time I saw it, I thought to myself, you know, that looks terrible. And then whenever it came out, I thought to myself, that looks terrible. So I just didn't get it. But yeah. So it doesn't. This is the Fallen Kingdom Stegosaur as well, so it doesn't have the dumb head bob action feature. I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking when they were doing that, but yeah. So the head is articulated because it is the Fallen Kingdom variant, I guess. So the head can go down about that far, up about that far, and it can also rotate as well, which is nice. Arms, the front arms can go, of course. Actually, they can go all the way around, which is cool. And they can also pivot in and out. They were kind of stuck whenever I first got it out, but they did kind of loosen up, so yeah, they can go about yay far. And then the hind legs as well can move, not full 360, but they can, they can do their thing, and then, go backwards and forwards as well. And just like all of the Fallen Kingdom figures and some of the Dino Rivals, they've kind of almost they're not really doing this with any of the newer figures anymore, but the legs can pivot out again. And then, of course, you have the tail, which is on 2 separate joints, but that is incorporated into the action feature, which is activated by pressing down this plate. So yeah, I remember seeing this a long while ago in like videos and stuff, and I just thought like, oh, that looks kind of weak. I don't know about that, but honestly, having it in hand, it's not as bad. But yeah, paint on this figure, again, like, looks really good. Probably the best paint scheme out of all of the Mattel Stegos. Got the yellow eyes, the pupil in there. You do have, of course, the black striping going down from the plates, which are also black, and they run down to the legs. So you got those like really nice stripes on it, and it looks really nice. You got the head, which is all black, and then you have the tail, or the Thagomizer, which is also black, but then they painted I'm not entirely sure what you call these, but I know that the whole thing is the Thagomizer. But yeah, really like this figure. And oh yeah, and also you do have the sorry, I'm not meaning to flip you off there. You do have a underbelly right here. You can't really tell on camera, but in person, it is definitely sort of like a monotone pink. But on camera, it kind of looks like a muddy brown. But no, it looks really good. It really blends well with the dark grays and blacks. But yeah, so now you can have Limbo and the Stegosaur fight to the death, I guess. Yeah. They got Darius and Bumpy to come and save them. Yeah. So I might as well get a size comparison for all these. Here is Action Attack Bumpy next to Basic Attack Pack Velociraptor. Here's Darius next to Basic Attack Pack Velociraptor. Again, you can see it's about the same height as it. The Velociraptor might actually be a little bit taller, but yeah. Here's the Baryonyx Limbo next to it. Again, obviously the Baryonyx is going to be bigger. And then we have the Stegosaurus next to it, of course. It is huge. By the way, this Stegosaurus figure is probably the best herbivore figure besides like the Brachiosaurus. This is probably like the best scaled herbivore in the entire, like, out of all of the herbivores. Like the trikes, those are like the size of juvenile trikes. Yeah, like that Ankylosaurus figure, like, dude, that's like a juvenile. Especially considering the size of the Indominus Rex. Like, yeah, dude, that thing is way too small. But the Stegosaur actually is a very good, and the Parasaurolophus, I guess, it could be a little bit bigger, but I think it's fine. But yeah, like, really, besides the Brachiosaur, like, this is perfectly scaled. I see all of them. And here we have the Control and Conquer Carnotaurus, not Toro, next to Bumpy, next to Darius. Obviously, quite a bit too big, but yeah. especially considering what we saw in Camp Cretaceous, the trailer for Toro. We saw him in there, and he was super small. He was like a juvenile, it looked like. But yeah, here's Limbo next to the Control and Conquer. Again, like, Carnotaurus is way too big. It should be about the same size as the Baryonyx here, but yeah, whatever. And then we have the Stegosaurus next to the Control and Conquer. So, yeah. There you go. But yeah, I really enjoyed this set. I think that it's a really nice, you know, set of figures. I'm assuming that this is, again, recreating a scene that's going to be in the show, presumably Baryonyx and Stegosaurus Showdown. But yeah, again, really want to see more of the characters besides just Darius. I mean, honestly, I do suppose if it's just this, I guess I'll be fine with it, but, you know, it would really suck. You know, I mean, we are getting more Camp Cretaceous figures going into next year, so, you know, fingers crossed that maybe next year, since we're getting Dominion, the Dominion toy line as well next year. Hopefully they can produce more of the human characters as well for the movie too. But yeah. So what do you guys think of this? Have you guys already gotten this? Are you gonna get it? Or do you just prefer the Legacy set? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I just wanted to say also, as a little disclaimer, I am on Twitter. I don't really post a whole lot of stuff. I do post some opinions on some things, like, you know, Jurassic, TV shows, movies. Occasionally, I mostly just repost memes, but yeah. So yeah, I am on Twitter. Link for that will be down in the description. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, all that other stuff. And yeah, might as well leave this off with a meme note. Headcanon. Limbo being a simp right now, like, dude. So bye. Limbo be a simp though.